If you had to describe the social scene at Tech in just one single word, what would it be?
I'd quite say chill.
Organization. Balanced.
Hard.
Fun.
Well, maybe.
Diverse. Difficult.
Very quirky.
Why is it people have such different opinions about making friends in college? And I know what you're thinking, duh, it's because some people are introverted and some people are extroverted. And obviously, there's some truth to that. I think at some point in all of our lives, we've come across people that just emit social confidence and charisma without any effort.
So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Standing ovation. Come on, stand up, film this.
And honestly, it's kind of a cheat code in terms of meeting people. But I think the answer to this question goes far beyond introversion and extroversion. I believe it's entirely possible to be surrounded by people your entire life and still feel completely alone. In my experience, the deeper struggle comes from finding people that share your similar passions and values. Not to mention, during the first couple years of university, most people undergo major personality changes. I'm about to graduate from college, and as I prepare to close this chapter of my life, I've been reflecting a lot on my experiences in college, as well as the hard truths I've had to face in terms of making friends. So that's what this video is. It's a culmination of lessons that I've learned, paired with some interesting conversations I had with fellow students. I hope you enjoy. Just think about someone that's not as comfortable, right? Someone that's more introverted, coming into college, they don't have any friends, they're coming to this big school. Like, what's your advice to them?
If you can kind of get into your head, like it's kind of like a fresh start, like it's not like high school. And if you're like living on campus too, like everyone on your floor, like I'm an RA, so like, I think it's like firsthand with like my freshman residents.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's kind of look for a friend or like trying to it's like super open to everyone else.
Get out there, go to the events that Georgia Tech hosts. I know that they have like tradition night and welcome week and things like that. I think that those are important to go to and you can meet fellow freshmen. I think everybody their freshman year is also looking for friends.
I don't know, tech suddenly changed me. So as soon as I entered here, like I was like, I wanted to meet new people. I wanted to create a good circle. And I did do that. So I don't know what brought in that transition, but it genuinely happened.
This is inherently obvious advice. Everyone tells you to get involved when you first come to college. And yet, as upperclassmen, a lot of us feel we should have been more involved when we were younger. And that's because it's so much easier to meet people when you're a freshman. You have so much more time and energy to socialize. If you're watching this, there's a good chance that you fall into one of two categories. Either you're introverted and socially anxious, or you're afraid of putting too much on your plate. For reference, I was both of these as a freshman coming into college. And me personally, I only ended up joining Greek life as a freshman. And while it did help me to become more socially comfortable and extroverted, I do wish that I got more involved outside of Greek life. It would have given me the opportunity to meet different kinds of people, as well as figure out where my interests lie. And obviously, there are many different opinions on how to get involved.
When a club finding an organization that you like.
Clubs.
If you're a guy, I definitely recommend joining Greek life.
I attend every social event that happens.
Pokemon Go, like 3 hours a day.
3 hours? Wow. If you watch any productivity content, you might be familiar with Parkinson's law. This isn't a productivity video, so I'll explain this very simply. But Parkinson's law basically states that how much ever time you set out to do something is how much ever time it's going to take to do that task. So if you set out 2 hours to do a homework assignment, you're going to get it done in 2 hours. Now, do you need more than 2 hours to get it done? That's besides the point. The point that I'm trying to make is that when you put more on your plate, you're far more deliberate and efficient with getting your work done. And in my experience, I've only gotten better grades from keeping myself socially occupied. And obviously that's because being social is great for your mental health. And as well, student collaboration is an important tool in being successful in college. And in my opinion, and the Asian parents are not going to like me for this one, but in my opinion, I think it's worth it to get a couple B's your freshman year if it means having a sociable and memorable time meeting people and really branching out. Also, friendly piece of advice, avoid joining college during a pandemic. That also helps to meet people. In this first lesson, I know that I hyped up joining clubs and organizations as a starting point. But for a lot of people, this isn't where you're going to meet some of your best friends.
Like I just joined a bunch of clubs to try and like meet people. If I'm being completely honest, like that didn't work out too great for me. The thing that really like changed for me, I suppose, was discovering religion. And I know just like me personally, my experience, I found like the most welcoming people in that community. I just feel like our values, like, just align.
And honestly, even within the handful of people I've talked to, as well as myself, everyone has a different opinion on where they've met their closest friends.
I guess a lot of my closest friends came from like the freshman experience, like living in the dorm.
My household, where I live with my roommates. That's really like another brotherhood to me. Like those guys really, you grew on me.
Like I never decided to like join any of like the organizations because since I was like so close to home, I had some friends from like high school that were going here as well that I hang out with most of the time.
I was in a living learning community. I also did rec camp, Greek life. Like I was just trying to meet people everywhere.
So what does this teach us? Well, like I said before, it's very important that you try a lot of different things. Go to the football games, get involved in a makerspace, try some cultural organizations, study abroad if you have the opportunity to. But in doing all these things, you might find that maybe you don't like going to the football games, or that you don't really want to study abroad, or maybe you just don't vibe with the people in the makerspace. And that's okay. Just because it worked out for someone else doesn't mean it has to work out for you. Just make sure that when you drop something else, you try something new. Me personally, I've made some friends through the fraternity, I've made some friends through my classes, but I've also made a good few friends through my part-time job, as well as just randomly through mutual friends. Don't get me wrong, making close friends in college is no easy feat. There are obviously a lot of variables at play, but I do believe there's somewhat of a correlation between effort and success. So basically what I'm trying to say is intent is not enough. You have to put in effort, and you have to consistently put in effort. And the second thing I want to say on this is that a lot of people end up making their best friends freshman year, but that might not necessarily be you. I know it wasn't me. It's kind of funny. I remember freshman year in one of our gen ed classes, they had us draw out a timeline of all the major college events that we perceived ourselves to have. One of which was, obviously making your friend group. And I remember that I wrote down by my third year that I was going to make all the close friends that I would have. I had one good friend in the class at that point, and he saw that and he got pretty pissed because he just assumed that because of that, we weren't going to stay friends. And funny enough, we're not really good friends anymore. Not because of that or anything else. It's just because your life is so variable from freshman year to even sophomore year, just because you change where you're living, you go from gen ed classes to very specific classes, and you have to be more specific and intentional about what kind of commitments you have in your life. And so that means that the people that come and go might change a lot. So just keep in mind that there are lots of different ways to meet people, and just because you didn't meet your core friend group freshman year doesn't mean that you're not going to find them later in your college journey. I've been hinting at this with the first 2 points, but it becomes infinitely easier to make friends when you simply just find ways to be social about the things you're passionate about. People can sense when you're genuinely interested in something, because the energy that you put out when you're talking about something you're passionate about is attractive and magnetic. And honestly, even within your current group of friends, even if they're not interested in the things that you are, just that energy that you're putting out makes them want to be friends with you. And that's why I suggest you try a lot of things when you're younger to figure out what you're passionate about. That's why people that like to travel make good friends when they go on study abroad. That's why people that are social make good friends in Greek life. That's why tech nerds befriend tech nerds, and why religious groups are so tight. And that's why I urge you to figure out what you're passionate about. Because the friendships that are built over mutual interests and values are the ones that usually grow stronger and actually last.
Similarity-wise, honestly, I'm friends with a lot of people who are very different from me.
That's great, yeah.
And I think that's actually what makes us better friends.
I think one of the best attributes of Georgia Tech is the competitive spirit of the school. There's definitely a culture of grinding long and hard hours to get the grades you want in your classes and, get accepted into the internships and job opportunities that you want, and even to get startups off the ground. And that's on a macro scale. But even in local friend groups, you can see that people bond over their ambitions at the school. I know I've talked about a lot of my failures in terms of making friends, but one thing that I've really succeeded in is making friends with people that think very differently than how I do. I mean, a lot of them are very intelligent, but some of them are more ambitious, some of them are more creative, and some of them are just very out of pocket. But they all also have just a variety of different interests, which I think facilitate them thinking differently than I do. And because of this, I'm constantly challenged in my way of thinking, in a good way. It's because of my friends that I've developed a growth mindset, and I'm constantly looking for ways to improve myself. And it's because of my friends that I started this YouTube channel, and I constantly think about what I want my career trajectory to look like. And it's also because of my friends that when I get stuck dwelling on a failure or on minute details, they remind me of the big picture, remind me not to take life so seriously, and help me move on. As my time in college has gone on, the number of people that I interact with on a daily basis has drastically gone down. I think that's in part because I'm busier and my class sizes have gone down drastically, but it's also because I'm far more intentional about who I spend time with. I live further away from campus now, so I have to be very deliberate about being social. I have to reach out to friends to hang out. I have to plan events well in advance in order for them to actually happen. And I have to be okay doing a lot more things by myself. But I think that's also just part of being an adult. You don't have the school structure of high school and early college to fall back on anymore. If you want something to happen, you have to be intentional about making it happen. So drop the ego and reach out to the friends that you want to stay in touch with. Try making the plans for a change instead of waiting for someone else to. If your friends are actually worthy of being your friends, they'll be excited that you took the initiative to text them and would actually want to hang out with you. Anyway, these are just my thoughts on this topic. This is the final video during my time in college, and in a way it feels right to end my time here talking about something that I'm so passionate about. I would love to know what you guys think about this, especially for those people that are also in a similar stage in their life where they're leaving college, but it's also people that maybe are joining college and have some thoughts and experiences of their own. But yeah, for those of you that are not familiar with my channel, my name is Govind Poipakam, and this is my YouTube channel where I explore different self-development topics, getting out of your comfort zone, and generally just exploring things that I feel creative and passionate about. So if that sounds good to you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you for more videos in 2024. All right, now get off the internet.